Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to D Smith and Let's Discuss. Welcome to today's session. Today's session got a video for you guys about the game. Is he a known liar? Is he a actor like your boy Drake? Or is he a real gang member? Shout out to Moxie approved for this video. Let's react. Let's go. Welcome to the session, man.
West Coast hip-hop since the art form was introduced to the region. Out of the platoons of flag-waving MCs and artists from Compton, California would make his way to become a vital part of the 2000s era, touching everything from the mixtape market to the Billboard charts. But what happens when one creates a terrifying image of himself that he is forced to continuously uphold, but ultimately is befuddled with memories of epic slip-ups, failed check-ins,
not walk up to somebody in the club and do it. I heard plenty of times people ran from
memorabilia fraud, and odd insecurities. Seeking attention so bad it would cost him his legacy.
How is the game the biggest rapper in the world?
And give him a new one.
I don't want to be able to hip hop.
Game's credibility is in question because it seems he might be exaggerating on a lot of stories. Now,
this is the story of one of the West Coast's biggest artists who would position himself as the holder of the LA crown for years.
You used to be a crook, now you're blood.
But consistently fumbled his spot.
Look at Meek Mill's name in this photo, the screenshot that the game tweeted out.
Placing himself as one of the kings on the Mount Rushmore of cap.
Unlike him, he's a scrub. He doesn't have a car.
This is the game. Jayceon Taylor, born in Compton, California in 1979, would become a beacon of light for the LA rap scene after finding his way from the mixtape market under JT, the bigger figure. The hungry MC would first try his hand with Death Row, even pulling up on Death Row artist Eastwood and trying to flow at a burial. His career in entertainment would actually start years earlier before his Pyro membership, when a younger Game was on Change Your Heart, little tattoos, and a tongue ring.
He has a car, and he drove me everywhere. Unlike him, he's a scrub. He doesn't have a car.
This nigga look crazy.
But soon, he would find his place signing with Aftermath Records and Dr. Dre. Out the gate, he would get himself into mischief. His biggest feud to date is with 50 Cent, which was so messy it would lead to him, one by one, outcapping the entire Aftermath roster and then some. That deserves his own cap story, so for now, let's just say the Game would place himself on a deserted island where he could be his own king. But through a collection of ill moves, he would become a king. A cap king, that is.
Before we go too far in this video, please do me one small favor and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Yes, apply pressure to that subscribe button.
The Game would find himself in a sweet spot where West Coast rap as a whole was taking the back seat to other regions, still recovering from the destruction of his biggest label, Death Row. Shug would be in and out of jail with no more artists. Snoop had calmed down and Dr. Dre was putting everything in the aftermath, a situation Game talked himself out of. He would become his own gatekeeper of some sorts. He did a more than exceptional job striking fair with any entertainer unfamiliar with the LA region, more than likely exchanging security for artists in exchange for money and features. This even escalated to where he was handing out flags to other artists not from LA but looking to claim membership in well-known gangs. Lil Wayne would be one of the first mainstream rappers to claim blood scent without being put on.
And then she do like Wayne goes up blood on there, like blood artists too. And I see the video for Wayne David when he locked up so nowadays, so I got an opinion about it. I feel like fraud, straight up, like he wasn't on this. Man, you look court on, everyone wants to back the bills to fight. You know what I'm saying? The homies you get put on. Right. He not from the gang. Right. Now, only are not from the gang, man. You know what I'm saying? Press line and put in work. Not necessarily kill nobody, but you know know what I'm saying, put you on the line.
These moves will put him at odds with fellow LA artists who weren't that enthusiastic to respect these newfound members, regardless of what the Cap of Compton sold to them.
Lil Wayne will become a target anytime he touched ground and did business in LA, once getting bombarded by a pack of Crips with the likes of 40 Glock and Spider Loc.
And these niggas start banging when they get older. Nigga, that's 13-year-old. Nigga, just turned 13, nigga.
40 Glock's antics would not go unpunished. Industry opportunities would be just as lucrative as cash in certain situations, and the gang will be quick to use this as an opportunity. Catching 40 Glock at a private party where 40 will be jumped, and then the gang would film the encounter as if it was a one-on-one.
I went to this pool party, and when I got there, 40 Glock was there. And I said, you know, I looked around, and I said, well, this is my friend's house. I don't want to, you know, mess up the pool party. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to make any quick moves. And he seen me. And I'm thinking, like, you know, I'm those guys. I'm thinking, like, this is 40 Glock. This is a tough guy. Like, there's probably a real battle here, because this is 40 Glock. This is the guy. Like, this is...
You know, if you look at the tape, they jumped me for like about 20 minutes. They jumped me like 5 times.
So, you know, he got up and I did my thing, and, you know, that last right hook sent him into a tree. And that was the end of 40 Glock in his career.
This would forever tarnish 40 Glock's career, where he would venture on to file civil suit against the gang,
becoming a precursor of the future.
I'm in that red rose white ceiling. Look, red rose white ceiling. No body, no casket, just blood spilling. Red rose white ceiling.
The Capital Compton, or excuse me, the Battle of Bompton's Pyro investment, Lil Weezy, would get him in multiple skirmishes. He would proceed to jump off the roof and interject in a back and forth with the rat of Cap, Lil Durk, after the latter had an ongoing beef with Tunchi. The rapper Cat wouldn't waste a second going on Instagram issuing warnings that included a flashback of the once rumor that gained steam about Game being a stripper. His stepfather would confess that Game's mother owned a strip club where the Game was paid $1,000 a week to twerk.
A lot of application and get a job, but hey, if they look good, they've been working out, we put them on, man. We get them, you know, we give them $1,000 a week dancing. Jason danced there maybe twice, and 50 Cent will not let him forget it. And somehow, somebody got pictures of him dancing in that club with his G-string on, and boy.
For some reason besides me, he suddenly tweaked TMZ that it was all Cap.
See, you used to be a Crip, now you're blood. So I don't want no smoke with you. You got blood and Crips on your team. And you was a male stripper, and you know him in LA more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He the governor. Yeah.
Young Thug and Game's beef would escalate to where family members began to be mentioned. Game would even show up to ATL mid-beef with no worries. An associate of Game, JoJo Capone, would mediate.
You know what I'm saying? We want to see them smiling. We don't want to see them frowning. Neither one of their mothers want anything to happen to them.
See, the way the world is set up, they want all blacks to kill each other, but we're not. Black Lives Matter. So I salute Gang. I respect them. I'm sorry for making that wrong post about him. You know, even though he was wrong, and he was in the wrong business, and taking up for a nigga that won't take it for themselves, it's all good.
I seen Thug of ignorance. I think he take a real nigga to apologize and dance and shit. I think the next phase is getting him and Tune shit buried, because Tune, my nigga, ain't getting Tune and Birdman instead of they getting it back and getting their money, you know? OG out.
The two would seemingly squash their beef, battle over. Until suddenly, one gloomy morning, the Game would go on the Breakfast Club to detail how the feud came to an end. This is where the cat will be discovered.
Young Thug had a quick build back.
You see, yeah, it was real quick. Yeah, real quick. You know,
that was the quickest back and forth.
I mean, you know, it gets real.
Game's crazy.
I went to Atlanta right after it started, and it got real.
And it's crazy because the media put out these false narratives also just to hype up the story.
So y'all saw each other? Or?
Nah, we never saw it.
The random cat would immediately take to social media and call it out.
Man, my bitch trying to promote my little video that I got about to come out about for the work of the song Power. And I go on the Birthday Club, being nose and see the game capping the pussy all man. Like, he won't show up when you just rap by that action. I'm uploading the video.
I saw that. Niggas really don't apologize. And shit ain't that thing, so we know what it is, man. I got about, we got too many more. It's all really, so it's all love, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that one. Shit.
I just seen your little video, your whole ass paint your nails like a fuck, bro. You call your nigga, hey, and you a whole ass. You fuck around, niggas drive by that nail shop and like that motherfucker.
Whack 100, Game's manager, recently will go on stream with Pee Wee Roscoe, which would also receive a response that the exact opposite of what we were told.
Cause you gotta know what I call a game. And y'all bitches slamming that comes in leg small. Yeah, man, so we ain't gonna stand. Hey, man. So Roscoe, what happened? You know, this ain't for Roscoe. You know what's up with me? Roscoe, what happened in the hall? Hey, man,
All these rap niggas be lying, man. All these rap niggas be lying. I'm like convinced now, man.
When game calls line, game, you saying, bitch, nigga, that call this ball. When y'all walk outside, oh no,
This wouldn't be the first time Game's confrontation would have an ambidextrous ending, because the next one would raise eyebrows. The bullying would have to take a back seat when he would have a confrontation with one of the biggest demons in the game, just making his way around the industry, Lil Durk.
Something happened in the studio between me and Ty. Right. I'm saying, I ain't supposed to escalate. Right. It did. So, it is what it is, man.
This would transpire because the little homie Tyga had an ongoing dispute over a woman, which he decided to take to wax with Lil Durk.
Who the fuck is Lil Durk? I dust you like Ashton Perk. Your flow whack, my flow crack. Got my floors, your flow's crack. Papa Willie and NYC, I got 30 on my nigga fleet. Heard Tyga sneak dissing on me, telling thought bitches I'm not right. Tyga only got one name, but that nigga ain't got one stripe.
Instead of handling it on his own, Tyga would tell the big homie to play his position.
But again, man,
Hey, that Lil Durk bar was raw.
Hold myself in this capacity where I'm like, anything taking shots at the West Coast, like I'm gonna live and die for it. So
Game would get himself involved in a brief exchange in bars with a guy he didn't even know.
Tyga hit me, he was like, "Want you on the song, man?" Like, I'm beefing with, Lil Durk. I'm like, I don't even know who Lil Durk is, so I did my research and then I did my verse and then
Tyga hit me like Durk this, Durk and whiskey, Durk who, nigga? Never heard of these niggas. Some of the nerve of these niggas don't make me put on burgundy, nigga. The AK, serving these niggas.
Every time a nigga rap beat, get clapped up in a couple weeks. He comes in a couple tweets, location on we can grow me. Headshot, I'm out of town, I'm in Philadelphia, my nigga me.
Tyga phased out of it.
It's crazy to say this. That's when Durk and Chief Keef was at their best, man. It's weird to say that because you don't want to see nobody get hurt in this beat, but that's crazy.
Then it was just me and Durk beefing.
Yeah. Durk response would be playful, not even a flinch, dealing with the back of Compton, trolling and all.
This is your little plot back, you not long.
Any female you looking at that you want to say hello to. What's up, any Fox?
Game one. I don't even know that guy. I know him from this show. That's what I know.
The difference between Durk and the others is he would have no reluctance of visiting the LA area to party. Tyga, being conveniently out of town, would call the big homie. Game would go right to Durk's location. The moment he found his mark was captured on camera.
I saw you tweet like, "Yo, Game a real one," blah blah blah. Like, how was it afterwards? Like, after y'all left the club?
Like the whole club scene was just like a standoff. Like, all right, I'm holding my ground.
Right.
And they like, I'm holding my ground too.
Right.
Like, cause some people don't do it like that. Some people just rather not walk up to somebody in the club and do it. I'm saying, I heard plenty of times people ran from.
Right.
So I'm just like standing my ground. Like, where I'm from, we don't like run.
Man
we
up.
stand up. Yeah, especially for us being in another city and on the come up. We can't let nobody do that to us, you know? Yeah, we just hopped down like, man, like we just want to see what it is, type, like see where we standing type. One of the homies named G Weed had put me in Game on 3-way.
Right.
And we had squashed from there, so.
This beef would be squashed soon after. or at least one would think.
Like when I think he approached you somewhere, right?
No, he was in LA. Everybody got that backwards, man. He was in LA at a Rick Ross party.
But Cat Kings are going to do what Cat King is going to do. The stories of how this situation ended would quickly become blurred.
Man. We found him. We went to him, and I saw Durk, and he was a little guy, man. Yeah, and he was cool, man. So it just went away, man.
Right.
Yeah, most of the times, like, you know, when I see dudes in real life, physically, you know, it's just not.
Game is 6'3", 6'4".
It's unmatched.
He's not gonna push around.
Now, obviously, Lil Durk wasn't with it, right? I mean, listen, he commented on Twitter. He said he found me. What the? Now, he also made mention. He said, listen, I'm glad I'm not a Twitter gangster, but it seems like the game might be lying.
Whatever happened during that meeting, it was becoming clear to other artists that the game might not be as scary as we thought.
We're gonna shoot you some topics.
Yeah.
You freestyle. Is that cool?
I can.
Power 106, your first topic is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
I'll be rocking my Kobe. I'll be in a red, rose, white.
Whatever the case, Mr. Taylor wouldn't miss a beat in his quest to be the West Coast's biggest book.
What kind of pissed me off is that I feel like I rocked it Double XL even throughout the beginning of my career. I kind of rolled against the source.
Even checking Double XL magazine on screen over an article he didn't agree with.
One day, I seen this cover with I want to say I think it was Kendrick on it or something, or maybe Dre or Kendrick, but it was like, you know, the guy that sold 10 million records was just missing. I felt like whoever was writing that or edited it, you know, edited the magazine, you know, for that month and put that out. He been coming up here, man. We, you know, we was joking in the truck and we was just like, man, I don't read Double XL. We was all laughing about it, and I'm cool with you know, Double XL. I just felt that was a little disrespectful to me and my career, and you know, the relationship could go either way from here. You know, it's whatever to me, man.
This tactic rarely failed with naive out-of-town artists who wanted to relax in LA without no worries. But Game's bully card would take a hit when he got himself involved in a capathon with artist Sean Kingston.
Facts.
Fellow Cat King Meek Mill and Kingston was rushed for his chain while partying in a nightclub where both the Game and Meek were in attendance. Kingston was relieved for over $300,000 in jewelry. What happened next will be anyone's guess, as all three artists are known Cat Kings. The Game will claim that Meek contacted the authorities and placed his name in the incident, which would shock Meek, who would conclude this was all because Game had an album coming out called 1992. This would be typical for Game to go after Meek, who was still recovering from a Drake ass whipping. To Game, Meek would be easy pickings. Meek wouldn't be impressed by, in his words, the Hollywood actor.
Niggas be talking all that gang. That niggas actors. You heard me? And I got like, what I got on my neck? I'm on the dirt, but I got like 450 on my neck.
He would challenge the Game to pull up, in which the Game did, grabbing a Philly cheesesteak with no worries. But, fooled again. The moment he posted on IG, goons descended on Max Chicken Steaks.
Max is in. Niggas don't want to escape. For real. The line's long. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna go against my little beat diet. You know what I'm saying?
With the game there? The game. The rap game. You got there? So rap game without the beard, tattoos, you got there? No? OG. OG. With the rapper game there? With the rapper game there? Game. Okay. The rapper game. Was he here?
That's right.
So of course, this would lead to a back and forth between the two over diss tracks.
See that shit you got with Drake is like a slow leak. Blood will be dripping like Niagara if I poke me. Nicky won't get no sleep. Every time you go viral, welcome to the West, and this ain't the life of Pablo. Stay in that bullshit, it's gonna start to feel like Chicago.
As I mentioned, this would all be a capathon that would somehow lead to Beanie Siegel getting punched in the mouth by one of Meek's folks. But we'll cover that in another cap story.
What up, man? It's your boy Kingston. I'm just cooling, man. Trying to stay positive, work on my new album, come back with good music for my fans, man. I ain't trying to be no more media, no more drama, no nothing.
Surprisingly, Kingston would not be as afraid of Game as he would hope.
Me? That's my dog. We never had no conversation about nothing. I got real OGs that'll tell you. I ain't even had no, I know the street code. I ain't never even speak to me when that happened. When that shit happened, I kept it moving. And you know what I mean? Me and him left the club as equal. It was nothing. So at the end of the day, man, it's dead. It ain't about nothing, man.
Jayceon would reply in what looked like a camera audition.
I wonder how many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches me had to make your fat jelly bean smuggler to switch up on his Instagram. You know fucking well that you got your ass robbed in the club, ran for all your fucking jury, and you ain't do shit. And niggas sat there and watched you get robbed. You left the club, called my phone, said, "Gang, big bro, somebody robbed me. Can you help me get my chains back?" I told your fat that I would see what I can do. Then you got off the phone, called me back 10 minutes later talking about Meek called you and told you that I had you set up and robbed in the club. Then you sued the club, called detectives, then you called detectives with Meek on the phone, let them speak to Meek, incriminating me and my entourage saying that we robbed you, nigga. They had detectives knocking on my door and my crib. You a fucking lying ass nigga. And Meek, you know you can't put hands on nobody. You a buster. You can't fight. You ain't gonna shoot shit. So stop fronting for these Instagram followers. I'm f***ing you up on sight. Period.
He would jump on Meek's side, claiming the game as well a stripper.
You the same. Your mama was a crip. You a blood. This is you fake ass hoe ass nigga. You a stripper. The whole world know what you about hoe ass. Trying to sell some hours. I don't look beefing with a pop star, dude. You know what the fuck happened in the club. Them ran up, hit me in the head with a bottle, and then took off my jewelry. Nobody shot no thing with me. Nobody did nothing. Yeah, I'm a fat. The world know I'm a fat. I went black with being a fat. Fat and still go bitch, nigga. Anywhere, you buff ass, steroid ass, going to money can every day. 48 to fitness, 48 to fitness. Go take another steroid pill, you hoe ass nigga. You was wearing a thong, nigga. Can't talk to me. I ain't no rapper. I ain't gotta be no street. The world know what you is. You ain't even good in your own city. You gonna change the heart show? What you talking about? You a disgrace to the blood. I'm fucking real bloods, you hoe ass. Fuck you. Everything you claim for, hoe ass. You 43 years old, still trying to do music, bitch. You 38 and you still rapping.
This situation would end in embarrassment for Mr. Taylor when authorities would state that the game was never a suspect in the case, calling cap on the entire story.
As you can see, the game shows a picture, and I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm saying and pay attention to this picture. And this is the game calling out Meek.
Doing a deep dive on the screenshot shared by the game the night he claimed Meek snitched, the image seemed Photoshopped.
I want you guys to take a look at this right here. Look at Meek Mill's name in this photo, the screenshot that the game tweeted out. Like, you honestly can tell that it's slanted. Look, it starts from the left and it rises up. The same thing happens with this number here, man. The number is photoshopped as well. It rises up. You can honestly tell that this is Photoshop.
As social media and hip-hop merged, the game would adapt. But he would find the internet isn't that stupid. Jayceon would see the world changing around him, something that can be hard for any of us to handle.
You don't understand, man. And that's why I don't want to be a part of hip-hop no more. Because it just ain't right, man. Hip-hop, it just didn't used to be like this, you know?
He would learn Photoshop and all hell would break loose. How shocking would it be to find out the game isn't comfortable with his body? He wants a BBL. Also, attempting to insert himself into a page of the Tupac book. All to no avail.
You Photoshop yourself on someone else and put a picture of you in Pac. It's Pac, but it's not you.
But the game wouldn't quit, taking himself back to the stripper days. Even showing us his team leadership skills, causing a fight with his own teammate. Becoming a perfect example of flexing gone wrong when he bragged about receiving a preseason Kobe jersey he claimed was from his 81-point game. Taking his credibility again when folks would find the Lakers had different warm-up jerseys for that day. And then there was the red, rose, white scene.
Anybody rap, anybody want to, try to be you?
Got a lot of red on, it's gonna be hot, but I don't from the streets though.
'Cause I ain't gonna get shot.
Man, come at me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. You know, I ain't freestyling a minute. Let me see. Let's check it. Look, red rose, white ceiling.
Oh my God.
Failed check-ins and a lack of a BBL will be the least of his worries. He would then try to pull his biggest cat move yet. In 2015, a woman, Priscilla Rainey, filed a lawsuit against Jayceon, alleging SA.
The point that 3 cameramen walked off set and quit because they got daughters and wives at home, and they said he's a piece of shit. Oh, you didn't know I got to see this footage, but I did. Get out my DMs.
The gang called cap on the entire case and failed to appear at any of the court dates, awarding the woman $7.1 million in a default judgment. Gang called cap on that as well, stating that she would never get a dime from him. The judge would call cap after years of non-payment, and in 2020, Rainey was given ownership of Game's independent label, Prolific, and all the royalties from the 2019 album Born to Rap. Then, in December 2023,
that's crazy.
She was granted rights to the Game's Calabasas mansion to relieve the debt, confiscating the spoils of years of work Game contributed to hip-hop and gangbang. Financially strapped, he would utilize one of the things in life he was known for, more capping.
But the DM comes up, he'll tell you like, hey, now I see you putting in the work, da.
In the midst of his legal situation, he had unsigned rappers cash at him $500 to $1,000 for placement.
That's the go-getter right there, because now you like, man, Game just, I'm putting in work. You like, all right, bet. But that's where he gets you. $750 you put on a mixtape, and that's all it takes to get somewhere on your level. Is that easy to just jump the ranks to where you at for $750? That sounds amazing. You know what I'm saying? Anybody would think that.
Well, when the mixtape dropped, it was on an anonymous account with 500 followers.
He'll post it, but then after that, it's like once you're on the mixtape, you really don't care.
It never made it to Game's mainstream account, but he wasn't done yet. He jacked Chad out of $4,000 he promised in exchange for a verse.
So here's how the rapper in the game scammed me into sending him $4,000 for a verse. So I made a beat for him to rap over, and he was going to record a verse and then send it back to me for $4,000. I thought it was legit because I previously paid him to post one of my new songs in his story, which he did, so I thought it was legit. So it started back in March of 2022, and I sent him $500 a month for 8 months until October of 2022.
The producer threatened legal action, which had the game shook, and months later, he returned the payment.
So after I sent him the $4,000, it took 3 months to get it back to me. That's only because I mentioned I'd get a lawyer to get my money back, or get the verse. They claim that he's been busy, management got backed up or whatever, and I get it, he's a famous rapper. So I resent him all the payments and everything, and I still haven't heard anything back. It's been 10 months. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is a scam, or do you think he's gonna actually give me my verse?
But hey, Jayceon would finally put his bullying powers to good use, joining Vitaly to search for predators.
What's going on?
I just wanted to. You just want to do what?
I think we should put his predators
You gotta sit down, bro. You gotta sit this, bro. Like, what's going on in your mind?
Just answer him. Just what's going on through your mind? No one's gonna hurt you if you're being honest with us.
So I'm looking down. Look at me. I'm looking at you. So what's going through your mind, bro?
I don't know. I was just.
You tripping, right? You make your decision? Yeah. You feel good about it?
No.
What do you do after this?
From stripper to a pyro, to a check-in artist to a scam artist, Jayceon Taylor, one of the West Coast's best artists in the 2000s, will always have his spot as one of the most talented artists from the LA area. But what also will always be mentioned is the years of Cat, placing himself as one of the pillars of the Mount Rushmore of Cat, becoming a certified Cat King.
Oh man. That is a wild story, man. I think all these individuals in the hip hop game, 95% to 99% are all cap, man. Are all cap. But welcome to the session. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here.